A lot of terms can be thrown around in the game of basketball, especially in today's game. Just so many terminologies. There's two in particular that we're going to look at, which can be used quite interchangeably based on the situation, and their names even get mixed up. We're going to be looking at the hip switch and the hip swivel. Now we're going to go directly into what they look like. The hip switch. I might be perpendicular. I might have the defender on my hip. I'm just going to open up, switch my feet, get ball side foot in front. I'm right into my attack. Here's a hip switch. Bam. A hip swivel is when we plant the inside foot, open up and rotate off of it. Hence why it's called a hip swivel. A hip swivel has an anchor point or a pivot point. Our inside foot's going to be our pivot, and this is where we rotate or swivel off of. So a hip switch, when we look at it from a game situational standpoint, is when we want to access our drop. When we get into our drop, we're now in our live dribble triple threat. We can shoot, we can pass, we can drive, we can get into dribble moves. Now, when we get into a hip swivel, we sort of leak into it, we relax, it's nice and fluid, we're really using our pace. If I want to access my drop, I'm going to open up, land in that hip switch. When I want to create pace, I'm going to put my inside foot down, open up, rotate. That's my hip swivel. Let's go ahead and rep out a couple of these. I have the defender, active offhand. I'm putting him right on my hip. Now I want to open up and attack. I take his wrist control, open up, boom, hip switch. Now, perhaps I switched. I'm on an on ball, call for the screen. Now I've got that big on me. I'm slowed down, I'm relaxed. I'm using my pace. I'm gonna plant my inside foot, open up, push off, and rotate. All right, inside foot down, really using my pace. Look away, up. Here's our hip swivel. Here's our hip switch. And this is our hip swivel.